What up, Dokkaners? Should you or should you not summon for the God Goku banner? I am deliberately making this video after the banner released because, as I said, I wanted people to take some time to watch some showcases, see how the unit performs, and give yourself some time before actually deciding to summon. I'm sure a lot of you probably already did, as during my live stream I saw a lot of people talk about their crazy luck, but at the same time there must have been a lot of you guys who tried to summon and didn't necessarily get the best results. So today's video, we're going to be discussing three things. Number one, should you or should you not summon? Number two, when will the God Goku come back? And number three, who should you buy from the red coin shop? The red coin shop question and the should you or should you not summon sort of go hand in hand. So actually we'll start with those two. Who should you buy from the red coin shop? The answer is very simple. It's literally just Trunks and Vegeta. This is one of the marquee Dokkan Festival LRs that y'all have been waiting for. For some time now, we have been discussing there are a few units that you should be saving your red coins for. In general, you should always be saving your coins for Dokkan Festival LRs. You cannot possibly cover every single unit. And just to put things in perspective, just as a reminder, 500 coins is how much it costs to buy one Dokkan Festival LR. This is how much it actually costs you. 2,500 Dragon Stones. So however much that takes for you, all of that goes into one purchase of a Dokkan Festival LR. Here we've got a bunch of the Dokkan Festival LRs that we've had recently, and the most quick turnaround was the Trunks and Vegeta. So for those of you who didn't summon late November 2022, you instead got to wait just a couple of months instead of waiting way longer. Like for the 8-year anniversary LR, or no, sorry, the worldwide download, they released August 2022. They are only coming back July 2023. That's almost a full year. So here, that's a pretty lengthy turnaround. So there's a lot of stuff happening in between, but for the Trunks and Vegeta, that's not the case. So this is your opportunity to get away with a steal and pull this unit with your red coins on this banner. Of course, when you're doing that, you have to make sure that you are not going to be summoning, because you only want to be buying units with your coins once you are done summoning. So if you are summoning or not, make sure you guys come to terms with that before you make the purchase. The last thing you want to do is buy the unit, spending basically 2,500 stones worth of effort, and then summoning and then pulling the unit again. Not the greatest feeling. Now, when it comes to the banner itself, obviously the Dokkan Festival God Goku is pretty good. The Super Saiyan Vegeta is also pretty good. He's basically a Dokkan Festival. I'm gonna call him a pseudo Dokkan Festival from now on, because that's how good he is. And then Trunks and Vegeta. These are the big three. These are the ones that you definitely want. Majin Vegeta is sort of a step below that, but still really good, don't get me wrong. And the Broly would be a step below that. And then we sort of scrape to the bottom of the barrel, not in terms of quality of units. Actually, these two are towards the low end. And we got Namegoku. He's decent, but he's been around. And so when you're summoning, I mean, this is not really the most compelling argument, but I do need to mention this. Like with any summon, there's always a danger, inherent risk for pulling some of the lower end characters in the bunch. But considering the fact that there are no discounts and half of the banner is pretty mediocre, that to me screams you shouldn't really summon. But since the unit is really good and a lot of fun to use, I would say at most I would recommend maybe like 2 summons at most if you really want to. But that all depends on who you are. If you're a whale, this doesn't matter and you probably don't even care about this video. If you're a dolphin / moderate to lower spender, you're probably thinking a little bit more critically about what you should do. So in my personal opinion, I think at most if you want to summon, you can do maybe 1 or 2, but just know you are spending full price for these multis. And the Pilaf Strove tickets, even if they get you good stuff, it's a pretty steep price for 7-unit multis with guaranteed SSRs and really not much else. Sure, they give you a little bit extra box space, but for the price point, I don't personally feel that the Pilaf Strove is worth it unless you are willing to spend anyway. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. The more opinions we have in the comments, the more we can help out other toons who are just so torn between the two decisions. So feel free to help out in the comments down below, but those are my thoughts and opinions on it. Yeah, I mean, you guys know who you are. Like if we look at the celebrations coming up, we have the Saiyan Day right here, but then we have Yamcha, which is another kind of breather banner. And then we go into Golden Week. Golden Week is going to be another pivotal point for people, because while some of you may say right now, you know what, I'll summon for God Goku and I will skip Golden Week, I can almost guarantee you will come across the same exact existential crisis when you come across Golden Week, because they will release some new Dual Dokkan Festival that'll be crazy good, and Ultimate Gohan and Orange Piccolo will most likely make their return on that banner, which will then cause you guys to think, okay, you know what, maybe I'll throw in a couple of summons here and there, and then before you know it, you've burned up all your stones and you are just a month or 2 away from the 8-year anniversary. 8-year anniversary starts early July, Golden Week starts end of April into May. So you're basically a month and a half out at that point from the 8-year anniversary. So this is why it gets pretty tough and you have to make those tough decisions. God Goku is a good unit, but when will he come back? Maybe that's the key detail that you're looking out for in deciding whether or not you want to summon. If the return date is very far out, then maybe you will throw some summons on there. If it's close by, maybe you won't. So let's take a look at when God Goku can come back. So as you guys have seen, I've been expanding then from just the Dokkan Festival LRs. The 8-year anniversary will be where the worldwides come back. Trunks of Vegeta come back during Saiyan Day. This is not for certain, but I think Orange Piccolo and Gohan will both release either during Golden Week or worldwide download for global. I don't think that this is going to be the... Actually, wait. Worldwide download is for both. So it would either be Golden Week for both versions or worldwide download for both versions. I don't know why for a split second I thought this was global only. I think it will probably be this one, honestly. So now for the Kid Goku, this one's to release pre-8 years. So this will be on the Super 17 banner right here. Kid Goku will come back. Tech Bardock will be here pre-worldwide download celebration. So that will be after the 8-year anniversary. There will be one other celebration. And then after that, we go into the worldwide download. During that one, the Bardock will return. And now for the God Goku, it's a little bit weird. Now, the dates that I've provided here aren't exactly set in stone. These are just two of the most recent iterations where a Saiyan Day unit has returned. So here is the history of the Saiyan Day units. It's actually very annoying because if we look back at Majin Vegeta, he released back in March of 2022. That was the previous Saiyan Day celebration. He returned during Halloween of that same year, October 2022. Now, this was a huge anomaly when you compare to everything else. Everything else had a much longer wait period. This one was extremely fast. And the reason for this is most likely due to the fact that we had the extra plugin of the superhero celebration, right? That doesn't happen all too much where we have, you know, the new movie release. When that happens, they have to kind of shift things around, which is why we had a New Year's Dual Dokkan Festival. So during the Dual Dokkan Festival New Year's celebration, a singular Dokkan Festival Majin Vegeta wasn't exactly going to fit. So instead, they pro-dated that unit and moved it up into Halloween because after Halloween, a week later, in fact, we ended up getting the Gammas releasing for the first time on global. So it was just a complete mess. But as a result, Majin Vegeta did show up a little bit sooner. So some people got lucky and were able to pick up the Majin Vegeta either through some Halloween summons or through the Red Coin shop. Then Broly, back in March 2021, he returned during January the following year. So this is where I think probably makes the most sense. This New Year's celebration was Super Vegeta. So think about what happened this year. New Year 2023, we had a dual Dokkan Festival superhero celebration. That's why Majin Vegeta couldn't fit, because Majin Vegeta doesn't have a counterpart. So if Majin Vegeta were on the Gohan banner, there would be no antithesis on the Piccolo banner. So on the previous New Year's celebration, January 2022, Super Vegeta didn't have a dual Dokkan Festival buddy. It was a singular Dokkan Festival. So in that celebration, we got the Broly. So that makes sense. Now, going back to 2020, Bardock was released March 2020. He returned during the worldwide download celebration. So to make things even more confusing, we just talked about how you want to have some semblance of symmetry during a dual Dokkan Festival, which is why a singular Dokkan Festival doesn't necessarily fit in one of these. But then this breaks the argument because during March of 2020, the Potara Vegito release, that's when Bardock came back. So it's just so confusing. And then back even before that, Bardock was the earliest joint Saiyan Day celebration. So transforming Vegeta back in March of 2019, I believe that was not joint, right? That one, the transforming Vegeta returned during the worldwide download for that year when the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan had his banner. So 2 years out of the 4 were worldwide. 2 years ago, we had New Year's, and then the year before was Halloween. So if we were to just take all of these and kind of average it out, I'm going to go ahead and say New Year's is when God Goku will come back. So I think it would be January 2024 that this guy would return. If you want to kind of lean on the Halloween prediction, you can. But these are two predictions that I'm kind of more leaning towards. I don't think it's going to be held off all the way to worldwide download with all of the... With sort of the momentum Dokkan has now, I don't think it's going to be pushed that far back. So in my personal opinion, God Goku comes back doing New Year's. Can you live without the God Goku in the meantime? Looking at the unit, of course, the unit's incredible in terms of what it's capable of. Guard, dodge. It's a lot of fun to use, as you've seen me run through several showcases now. I intentionally made this video after those showcases were uploaded, by the way. But this unit is a lot of fun. But the thing is, if you look at the categories, the unit does lead some categories that you probably already have coverage over. So if you're trying to think strictly in terms of this is a must-have unit, it's really not. This is a fun unit. It's a blast. The animations are great. Of course, the active skill is killer. Like, it's literally the best voice active skill in the entire game. I don't care what you say. There's nothing better. Nothing is better than this. So, you know, that being said, is it worth summoning for the leader skill, for the fact that he's a fun unit to use but not a must-have? You really have to think about those different things. I really feel like if you want to throw in 2 summons at most, you can say that you tried, but then at the same time, you didn't compromise the end goal, the end prize, which was the 8-year anniversary / worldwide download. Don't forget, global players, we have a pretty nasty turnaround between 8-year anniversary and then worldwide download. It's 8-year anniversary, trap banner, then it's worldwide download. So if you are trying to save and survive the onslaught of must summons with 2 major celebrations seemingly back to back, you can't afford to be wasting stones on these earlier banners. So little food for thought there. Hopefully it helps put some perspective into some of you Dokkanners who are still on the fence. Of course, it is ultimately your decision, whatever makes you happy in this game, what makes you enjoy the game. I've been having a lot of fun with these 2 new units, but of course I'm a whale and most of you are probably not. So that's going to be it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments your honest opinions on the state of global right now with the God Goku's release. Is it worth pursuing with these full price multis, or is it better off for you to just save for either Golden Week or 8-year anniversary or worldwide? What is your end goal? Let me know your thoughts about all of this in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know if you want to see more of my stuff. Thanks again. Stay tuned and don't forget to Dokkan responsibly.